Tricha, Tritiyam Brahmacharini, Tritiyam Chandraganteti, Kushmanteti, Chaturtakam, Pachamam Skandamateti, Shastyam Katyayaniti Cha, Saptamam Kalarati, Mahaguriti Chastramam, Navamam Siddhidatricha, Navadurga Prakirtita, Uktanye Tarinamani, Paramanava Mahatmanaha.
Good morning. Good morning. Here we are. I'm Himalaya, and you have just landed on the Embody Freedom series. Woohoo! Good job. Welcome. This is an experience-based series. What that means is it's not just a watch and sit back. I'm going to invite you into some experience for yourself because Embody Freedom series is ancient practices for modern day insanity. Anybody feeling it? So join myself, and we've got guest transformational facilitators, leaders, guides, spiritual guides, and channels, as well as musical artists, poets, and spoken word artists, all sorts of incredible guests for you to receive from, to support any modern day insanity, to shift it into joy, love, truth, and prosperity. And so this series is designed to ground us in a whole new level of embodiment of leadership, your leadership, because fear and stress and anxiety is going to try to throw us off our center, but we are going to thrive right now. That's the invitation for you. Let's thrive and reclaim and sustain our joy and our pleasure through movement. So this is a movement-based series and experience. So I want you to think of it as, I had another title of a show called Experience This, and this is like that. So experience this to embody your freedom, really. Because you know what? The time is now. The time is now to pivot and expand into your freedom. So join us Monday to Friday. We are here live, 8 a.m. Pacific Coast time, 11 a.m. East Coast time. We're here live wherever you're watching from. It could be YouTube. It could be Facebook. Good morning. And we love it when you share where you're from. So first things first, share where you're from. And we are going to get into some movement in just a moment here. I invite you to take a breath. Take a breath. I'm taking my slippers off right now. We are all at home. We got our slippers on. Take a breath into your being. Where are you contracted today? Where are you feeling tight in your body? I know for me, I've been on my phone a lot. So yesterday, my hand started shaking, and I was like, whoa, it's never done that before. And it started like twitching a little bit. And so I woke up in the middle of the night because I was like, oh my God, I forgot to stretch out my wrist. So try this where you take your other hand and take it on top of this hand and breathe into that. Take a deep breath in. Awesome. We got Michael here watching from Hillcrest. Yay! Local. We're actually in San Diego as well. So right on. Yay! And Manu is here. We got some awesome peeps in the house. Say hi. Switch from side to side. Just feel it out. And see if you can let go of any resistance in your wrist. Whoo! So making some sounds here. One more time. Flubber the lips. Oh, awesome, Michael. Yeah, Michael was just stretching out his wrist. We got another sister here from Vista. That's like our neighbors. We're in San Diego County, but we're in Oceanside. Isn't that great? Yay! All right, let's go down now. So we're going to gently this time because stretching out this way is definitely a little bit more tender. So, and if your hands, your fingers, we got Seattle in the house. We got Ohio. Woo! Yeah, from the heart of it all. I love that. It is true. And then the other side. Right on, Mandy. We got Oceanside as well in the house. Woo! Yay. All right. We got a little prelude of a song happening here. So walk it out. We got a prelude of a song from Rachel, from Robin Wolf. Her name is Rachel, but her artist name is Robin Wolf. Woo! Let's jiggle it out side to side. We got another San Diego in the house. South San Diego. Awesome. Snap it out. Breathe here. Walk it out here in your space. It may be small. It may be big. Whatever it is, you expand your energy out in this and snap it out. Breathe. Woo! I decided that I was going to step into owning that inner goddess that is alive in us all, in you. I decided to put on my Lakshmi dress today. Woo! Some of you may know the goddess Lakshmi. Picture of her? Yes, I do. I'll bring her in here and jiggle your shoulders. We got another South San Diego in the house. Woo! Awesome. So now let's raise the vibration. Lift your arms up and push up here. Woo, bring those knees up. Breathe. At the same time, say yes with your head, with your heart. Breathe. Woo! Yes, you can. Now sing with me. Adorn yourself to step into the energy, the frequency of the goddess. So keep raising the roof here. Lift up the vibration. Woo! This song says I got a lot to be grateful for. Woo! I'm alive. I'm safe. I'm sacred. Woo! Shake out the hands. Jiggle the body. Stretch out the mouth here. I got a lot to be grateful for. What do you have to be grateful for? Walk it out side to side. Let's get a little hop going. Arms out. Woo! Bounce the shoulders. Get a little funky with yourself. I got my. Woo! Can you be flirty with yourself? Can you be flirty with each other online? Jiggle it out. Woo! Yes, make some sounds. The sound vibration is the most powerful vibration. So when we snap, we've got some awesome guests here today that are going to take us into some sound vibration, powerful clearings. We got Robin Wolf in the house, Rachel Kadison. We got Jehan in the house. These sisters are near and dear to my heart. Both of them have been clients, students. They're dear sisters. And I'm very, very happy to have them. And I'm excited to introduce you to these little fairies, sparkles, and this is Rachel singing right now. So let yourself get grateful right now. What are you grateful for? Woo! Walk it out side to side. Breathe. A little yummy.
Heart, I can feel it all bounce my rib cage out, and there ain't no ounce of me. Got me down, you see. Everything that I look at is everything that I can be. Roots down in the ground, and me grow like a tree up into the sky. Let it go with the leaves, just let it go. No
Stretch out your
reason,
arms to the
just let it
side,
go.
big,
No
wide.
season, just let it
Receiving
be what
here.
it needs to be.
Receive your own arms. Wrap your arms around yourself. Rock yourself from side to side. Woo! Bounce your shoulders here to receive the hug from yourself. And now let's fly, everyone. Fly! Ooh, snap your fingers.
Space between your mind and your inherent grace.
Take up space
When
and
faced
time.
with the
What
power
are those
of
creations that want to
perception,
come through you?
your reflection.
What wants to be birthed right now?
This is a lesson.
You, what have
That's
you
all
been holding off
things
on?
tend to be.
What have
You
you
are
been holding
bold
back
and
on?
wild and
It's
free.
time now.
And
Do
now
you
sing
feel it?
with me.
Say yes. With every cell in your
Grateful
being.
for. My
It is
mind is
time.
open door, a conduit. I'm born in it. I got a lot to be grateful for. My heart is an open door, a conduit. I'm
All right,
born in it.
settle in.
I'm safe,
Pulse
I'm
out your
sacred.
pelvis here,
I
so
got a lot to
your
be
pelvis
grateful
goes
for.
forward and
My
back.
mind is an
Feel
open
that.
door, conduit. I'm born in it. I'm alive, I'm safe, I'm sacred.
Pulse it out.
I got a lot to be
Keep your
grateful
knees
for.
bent.
My heart is an open door, a conduit. I'm born in it. I'm alive. I'm safe. I'm sacred.
So feel that vibration going through you. Breathe into your being. Keep your knees bent. Feel your feet on the ground. I am so grateful to this week we've been prepping. I've been prepping for EMBODY Global, right? So many shifts and pivots and uncertainties in all of everybody's been called to shift and change. And some of us have been called to service even greater. For those of you that are on the front lines, sending you blessings. Thank you. Thank you for supporting this world. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for putting your life on the line. Thank you. And so for those of you that are out there in your homes, feeling the question of what next? What next? Or what am I called to do? And you probably have already had this conversation with yourself of your calling. So I'm calling you forward right now into that calling. It is time for you to step in. There's no hesitations, no reservations now. There's no time conversation. Breathe. So I've been preparing in this new way to share the tools and the training of EMBODY Global, which is to unlock your feminine power and your leadership. I usually do this particular event live in person, and we get to, move and dance and be free together. And right now, I'm in the creation of offering and being with you live stream. So I'm kind of excited about it. I've been in the energy of curiosity versus the energy of failure. What if I fail? And that has been a big thing for me, for sure. That stopped me a lot from really going for things. And right now, I am not feeling that, and I'm really grateful. So what has changed for you now? What's not in your way right now? And I invite you, if you do have an inner calling, those spiritual guides out there, transformational facilitators, yoga teachers, business owners, spiritualpreneurs, I'm calling you forward. It's time. Let me be with you on this journey. Let us be together. And so thank you for being here right now. Thank you for yourself. Thank you for investing this time in yourself right now. Thank you, DTO, for playing live with us, channeling the vibration of this moment in time. Breathe, my loves. It's a time that humanity gets to heal and shift, and we get to actually come into our true state of humanity, like that deep down, spiritual, connected, awakened, and choosing to stay awake self. Breathe. Who are you when you see your highest vision? Who are you? What do you see? I want you to really go there right now, like really go there. Really see, really give yourself permission to see what you have maybe brushed aside in the past, but right now, it's not being brushed aside. Everything that we have known has crumbled away. Life has, as we knew it before, is no longer. So what are you going to pioneer right now? What are you going to innovate in this time? And my invitation is to step fully into trusting yourself. What would it be like if you trusted yourself? What would it be like if you were in the trust of the power of you? What would it be like if you were in your full confidence, courageousness, boldness? What would you do then? How would you serve? What do you see? Breathe. Let go of the breath. And As you're ready, open your eyes. Hey, DTO. Thank you for playing. And those of you who are courageous enough to share right now, I'd love to hear what you saw, what you see for yourself and your, I don't want to say future. I want to say this moment, your vision of this moment. What is that? Would you be bold enough to share right now? On social media, we will love you up. So, welcome to Embody Freedom series. I'm Himalaya, your host. I'm really grateful to have stepped into this. So our home here, DTO and I, we have a home here called the Creative Casa, and now it's become the Creative Casa Studios. And so this birthed out of our first week in quarantine, and we said, let's be in service, let's be in generosity, let's be in connection, let's offer our tools. And we've got, we've been traveling. I mean, I've been doing this work for over 20 years now, and I've been traveling around the globe, and I've met incredible facilitators and leaders and musicians and like high vibrational conscious peeps. And so we get to share like this. So thank you for receiving. Awesome to have you here. And so we're going to bring on our first awesome, beautiful guest, our musical guest, Rachel Kadison. Her artist name is Roven Wolf. So take a deep breath in right now. Stay in what you're experiencing. We're going to take it up a notch with every person we bring on, every moment that we move forward. So really notice your body as we keep going forward. So this show or this series is not just to watch. It's really an invitation for you to shift into your freedom, into your expansion. So I say that because here we go. I get to introduce Roving Wolf, singer, songwriter, earth explorer, and voice of love for the planet. She is a sonic sorceress, combining folk style guitar with lyrical poetry to tap into the collective consciousness and channel a guiding light towards expansion, love, and harmony. She's originally from Woodstock, New York. She travels the world creating music, holding ceremonial space. Now she travels along the Ethernet, the internet, and she's teaching Tantra and working with sound to bring people home to their heart. So welcome, Rachel.
Hello. Yay.
So where in the world are you right now?
Right now, I am in town on Lake Erie in Canada, right south of Toronto, called Port Dover.
Awesome. What is the town called?
It's called Port Dover.
Port Dover. Okay.
Yeah,
right on. So I don't know if yes, I think you know this, but I'll just share this is I was born in Toronto. That's my hood over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome. What's been happening over there? What are you experiencing? I want to hear like what you've been struggling with, like what has been the struggle of being quarantined and this time.
Yeah. So I would say my number one struggle has been in the inquiry and the trusting of myself and how I'm showing up for the world and how I can best be of service, but getting stuck in my head so much or feeling, my number one tough story is never enough. And whenever I've started to do creative projects throughout this time, half the time I'll feel really good and really embodied in it, really awake, really, really solid. And the other half, it seems like it's going back to my deepest stories of unworthiness. And I'm living with a partner, and so that can be triggering in the ways that we all know and love, and just really but I feel like I'm coming out of it, and spring has always been a wonderful time for me for that. Mm-hmm. So it's like just doing the things, struggling with doing it, but then doing it and you feel so much better, and it doesn't matter how
Right.
how it's presenting itself.
Right, because we're always going to spin, right? And I have had the pleasure of working with Rachel for a long extended time. And so I know from our work too, and really honestly, the collective of the way that we are emotional beings. We have all sorts of things that will come up. So the intention is to keep it moving. Otherwise, the stagnation will cause us to spiral downward, right? And so what I'm hearing from what you're sharing is like when I go into that versus doing making the movement or intentionally creating a shift, then it gets really like a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I think about something you said about me all the time, being a very kinesthetic being, needing to move. Moving the body moves the energy. And I have been doing that. And if I'm not doing it, my brain just starts to, fritz out. It doesn't, doesn't quite work. But moving through and yeah, just coming to a place of really knowing that this is the moment that I'm in. Anything else is a borderline hallucination, whether I'm in the past or the future, it doesn't exist. And what can I do in this moment to be centered?
Yeah. And sometimes it takes actually getting out of our heads for that, right? Because if we look at children and babies, especially, they're just like sporadically, like, they're just like, they're like those big balloons on the street where it's like trying to get your attention, but they're like that and they're constantly moving energy.
Yep.
They're not stagnant. And so here as adults, we decided to get a little bit more like, contracted still, and thinking that control is going to be the way to be free. And it's not the truth. So I have to shake that off just by making that. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, what is one thing that you are finding? Like we've been doing this segment of like, what's one thing that you're finding that is really supporting you, freeing that up?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. Tell us what that is. What that is.
Wim Hof is a man who developed this breath technique to essentially make yourself superhuman. He's climbed mountains, snowy mountains, barefoot, doing this breath. And it's what I've been doing is like 30 inhale, exhales, hold for a minute. On the exhale, hold on empty, inhale hold for 15, and then do that 3 times, each time increasing the amount that you're holding the main hold. And it's so much about training the mind, being in the moment that you're in. And this is what's real. This is what's real. This is my body can do this. I'm only holding my breath for a minute. And I notice so much in whether it's yoga or dance or singing or anything, if I'm not connected to my breath, I'm not connected to source. That's how I feel. If I'm breathing more shallow, I'm not present. So really working with the mind and the breath has been an absolute game changer for me.
Awesome. Yes. Good. Everybody take a deep breath in right now. Invitation to take that deep breath in all the way down. Touch your belly button with the breath, like even lower than the belly button. Touch in to that sacred space, that true self space, that higher self space, and exhale. Yeah. So you've got a song for us. I'm super excited. I also want to read one of our watchers right now, our fans, is saying, I just freed up right now to flow, to allow the next step to appear and not have to know what it is right now. Awesome. Starting with that trust, that exactly where I need to be right now. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. For some reason, your name doesn't come up, so you can write your name if you'd like. Oh, cool. Oh, right on.
Super important. Breathing through the cold.
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh my gosh. I did a mini online course of Wim Hof's, I guess. Yeah, cool. Right on. Thanks for sharing. We got Spring Valley, California in the house also. Thanks for sharing in. We like to know that you are with us. Thank you, Rachel. Roving Wolf, you've got a song for us. What is it? Do you want to talk about it or you want to just go into it?
I'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
So this song is called From the Fire, and I felt like it was a really important message and good thing to start us off with. It's on my album. I have an album that is on everywhere you could possibly find an album: iTunes, Spotify, Bandcamp, everything. And it's the second to last song. And yeah, so
Yay.
enjoy.
All right.
Light streaming through the window, I can feel it radiating. Tip of a poison arrow, wonder what it will take to be free. As I go, footsteps before me, follow the clues as I listen to words on the breeze. Trusting on my surroundings, trusting who I was born to be. So I let go, so I find home in not knowing, home in the thrill of it all. How it would feel to know I create every moment. I am powerful, rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Life is all around us, in the very air we breathe. Limitless existence, I assume responsibility for the way I'm responding, source and not victim. It is now up to me, it is now up to me. So I let go, so I find home in not knowing, a home in the thrill of it all. How it would feel to know I create every moment. I am powerful, rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Ashes to flame, I begin again. Hard to explain the nature of this change. So I let go, so I find home in not knowing, home in the thrill of it all. How it would feel to know I create every moment. I am powerful, rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Fire, fire, let it burn.
Wow, so beautiful. Rising up like the phoenix. Woo! Yes, everyone. We get to all rise up like the
Yes.
phoenix right now. Thank you. Love. That was really beautiful. I felt your passion and your heart. And I also love like where you were sitting. was like, she's in a bedroom right now. This is the best thing about this, right? Like, all of us artists and teachers is like you get to see our home. I get to see your home. It's awesome. Beautiful, honey. Really beautiful. So we'd love to bring you back on. Maybe you can share another song in a bit. And we'll also bring you back on for our Embody Oracle segment and pick a card together. So thank you. We'll see you in just a little bit. Thank
Love you
you.
all.
All of you out there receiving our delicious, beautiful artists and vibrations that we're creating today. Whew, what are you experiencing today? What are you experiencing in this moment? Share with us. Yeah. We want to hear. So I was sharing just a little bit about I've been in creation right now for the Embody Global event. It's coming up this weekend. It's the first time I'm going to be running it as a live stream. So woo! Whole new world. So really it is for women. Let's step into our full power and leadership now. Like unlock it. It's time. And as one of the things I was saying about really allowing myself to invite in the goddess archetypes. And this is part of the curriculum. I'll be sharing with you about some goddesses, Vedic goddesses, and how to invite them in to co-create with you right now, because it's time for the upgrade, right? It's time for us. We could totally use COVID-19 to be another one of those things that stops us from moving forward. And it's time to shift. So have you got the message? Have you got the message? It's time to shift for spiritual entrepreneurs, I say, right? Like it's time for us to be creating. It is our time. The world needs you. And you might have not been in that understanding prior to this moment, but I hope you really are getting that little nudge inside, or honestly, big fat nudge inside, like knock on your door. Transformational facilitators, prayer guides, spiritual channels. Come on forward now. You've been hearing the call. It's time now. It's the opportunity to fully show up. Rise up and shine, and let me show you how. So I was gonna just postpone the live event that was going to be happening in Houston this weekend, and instead I'm offering it as a live stream. So come and be with us. I know it's definitely going to be different than being in person, and it's going to be different. And I promise you there'll be great, massive benefits, and maybe even greater right now for what's happening right now. Obviously, for what's happening right now, we can't be in physical contact, but I know that there's a spiritual awakening for each one of us, that we're going through a portal right now, an upgrade. So the invitation is to come and join us. I am excited to bring on our next guest, who is another dear sister, and I've had the pleasure of mentoring Jahan, and so it's just like my pleasure to feature these beautiful beings. So I'm really, really excited to introduce you to her, and some of you know because you're here because you are friends with her or already in the learning with her. So Jahan is here to be of service to humanity. She's born into an entrepreneurial world, owning and operating 2 women's clothing stores, Closet, with her mom. She's creating a space where customers and guests can express themselves through clothing. Adornment, right? Like I put on this dress today. Adornment, adorning ourselves. Really? Yeah, I'm going to get into that in a moment, but she's currently a soulpreneur, also guiding meditations with her crystal singing bowls, and she's soon to be offering herbal wellness remedies. She's constantly curious and discovering what the universe has to offer and sharing the magic along the way. So come on in and be with us, dear Jahan.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Yeah, tilt your camera up so we can see the top of your head. There you are. Yeah, perfect. Hi. I can see the singing bowls behind you. Ooh, awesome. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me part of the series. And I really first want to say that in my meditation today, I'm doing a guided meditation, and the word is admire.
Ah, ooh.
And they asked, who's the first person that comes to mind? And I thought of you.
Oh.
I admire and respect what you are doing through this time. You and DTO are
Mhm.
creating this space. It's actually an opportunity for all of us creatives and everyone that has something to offer to share with the whole world. And thank you both for being who you are and allowing us to share our offerings and come together as community collectively and during this time to really expand and uplift others. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And Titio, thanks for popping in and receiving that as well. Oh, thank you so much. It was definitely a divine vision, and we jumped into action on it and truly has been inspired. So thank you, honey. Oh, I admire you too, totally, for your courage. I call Jahan like spiritual badass boss lady. I mean, she's seriously so graceful and so beautiful and powerful. So, what have you been experiencing at this time? Like, do you have a perspective of it? What are you experiencing personally? Actually, I'd like to ask that first. What are you experiencing personally right now?
Personally, with my two businesses, they're at a stop. So I was living, breathing that, and a leadership program that I was in, and all my communities, and everything's on pause, which I'm taking as an opportunity of really like loving myself, caring for myself, and connecting with others. And when you started this off with trust, and Rachel mentioned trust as well, like really trusting myself and that light within me, which allows others to trust themselves and see the light within them. And it's such a beautiful dance and exchange of trust and light, and just continually being creative and creating so many things that I'm so excited to share.
Awesome. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is, yeah, trust is coming through for you even stronger, like trusting the process of closing the stores right now. And right, like that's cleared space. And I do know that from you too. That's a lot of work and a lot of energy and a lot of time that you put into that. So right now you're coming into an unknown, but a trust within yourself. Beautiful. I
Yeah.
love that. Do you have any perspective of like what's happening on a spiritual level? Like if you were to overview it, do you have any thoughts on it? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Spiritually, I think everyone is becoming awakened by the pause in the world. Like we're all taking a step back to really see what's going on, and everyone's staying indoors. We're sitting with ourselves, being with ourselves. And usually my schedule personally is so jam-packed that it doesn't allow me to be with myself.
Yeah.
And so what I've done is created alarms on my phone with angel numbers. Like at 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, I'll set alarms,
Yeah.
and those alarms will go off. And they're little magical reminders for me to pause and be wherever I'm at, whether in the kitchen or my room or in the living room, like pause, be where I'm at, and sit in gratitude.
That's beautiful. I love that practice. Oh my gosh. Isn't that a good idea, everybody out there? Like, let's put into our, I mean, I love that you go 111, 222. I'm up for that because I love 1111 when I see it at 111. So yeah, I see 555 a lot too. So maybe that's a good time for me to like pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, put it right into our timers because yeah, here's the thing. We can create busyness. I was finding the same thing. Here we are, right? We've got this series and I've got, all the other projects and things that are birthing right now and coming through. And so I was like, oh my gosh, wow, I am like really busy. And I, I also want to have this opportunity to go within. So I love that practice. And I've been going on these like outdoor, like we have a little outdoor area here. So I just take a moment, go to my garden and things like that. But yeah, I love what you're sharing, honey. So what is one thing that's really supporting you other than like putting it into your calendar to take those pauses? But what is one thing? I'll put up my sign. Woo, one thing. That's my musical accompaniment with it too. But what is that one thing for you that you find right now is creating you to embody freedom?
One thing. So I'm calling it, so it's part of my quarantine routine, my core routine.
Quarantine. Core routine. I love it. Okay, good one.
And it's really setting my day up powerfully. I have a call with a dear friend, and we're able to release anything that doesn't serve us from the past and not really being stuck on what happened, and then stepping into the day powerfully. Like really creating what the day is going to look like, how we're going to be. And that has really set myself up powerfully to go into my quarantine.
That's great. I've been finding routine really helpful right now too. Actually, I thrive in it, right? And I think for us as humans, with the world as it has been, we've been traveling and moving and shaking and all these like different kinds of they're not routine, they're always constantly changing. So all of us have the opportunity right now to have core routine and really dive into what that can. I feel like it's part of our foundation. It can create a real steadiness. And within that foundation, so much can be birthed. That's what I'm hearing from what you're sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're going to guide us through something. Do you want to talk about it before we go in?
Yeah. So I never thought I would be a leader of a band, and I'm a leader of this band of bulls.
Of course you're a rock star. Come on.
Yes. Spiritual rock star.
Crystal star, rock star. Yeah.
And I started this practice a year ago, and each of these crystal bowls, there's 7 of them, and they align to each chakra. And chakras are spinning energy points that have a specific color and a function, vibration, and there's 7 of them. And we're going to start with a meditation today, and we're going to be starting at the top of our heads, which is the crown, and invite in a color and breathe into that energy center. And during this time, there's so much unease and fear and anxiety, and that can cause stress, which will release a hormone called cortisol in the adrenal glands, which is right above your kidneys, and that could suppress our immune systems. And that is the last thing we need to do right now. And so I'm going to be guiding you all through a meditation.
Beautiful. I'm so excited. So all of you out there, take a deep breath in and get yourself situated. Do you want us sitting, lying down? What do you prefer?
Yeah, you can be sitting, either cross-legged or in a chair.
Okay, so get cozy and get ready to receive. So what she's going to take us through is going to activate. So in yoga, we know about these energy centers, these 7 main ones. We've got thousands of them, but we've got 7 main ones. When they're activated, they start working and clearing up any blocks that we might have had in our energetic system. So we're going to give yourself permission right now to go into that space to receive and unblock yourself. All right, here we go.
Okay. And we're going to start off by lengthening our spine, rolling your shoulders back, like really showing up powerfully as your highest, most optimal self, with your chin slightly tucked under, and closing your eyes and gazing at your third eye, which is in between your eyebrows, slightly above. And we're going to start with our breath. So imagining a sun at your solar plexus, which is right above your belly button. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, into that sun, expanding that sun, and then dimming the light and taking a deep breath out. We're going to continue this rhythmic breath. And now inviting in that vibrant violet wheel of light spinning to the right, right above your head in your crown chakra. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. And turning that violet light into white, traveling down to your third eye, and inviting in a vibrant indigo wheel of light, spinning to the right, and taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, continuing that rhythmic breath. Turning that indigo wheel of light into white, traveling down to your throat chakra, and inviting in that vibrant blue wheel of light, spinning to the right, and taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Turning that blue light into white, traveling down to your heart, and inviting in that vibrant green wheel of light, spinning to the right, and taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, continuing that rhythmic breath. Turning that green light into white, traveling down to your sacral chakra, right above your belly button, and inviting in that yellow spinning wheel of light, spinning to the right. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And turning that yellow light into white, traveling to your sacral chakra, right below your belly button, and inviting in that orange wheel of light, spinning to the right. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Turning that orange wheel of light into white, bringing that down into your root chakra at the base of your spine, inviting in that red wheel of light spinning to the right, taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Taking a deep breath in, visualizing a golden grounding cord, and take a deep breath out. A grounding cord from the base of your spine, and feel your seat. You're going to drop that cord through your seat wherever you are sitting, through the foundation of the building that you're in, or if you're outside, through the ground, and drop that cord through all of Earth's layers, layer by layer, all its sediments, and drop that cord into Earth's fiery core. And taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, releasing anything that does not serve you, anything that's stopping you, any fears, anxieties. Let that go into Earth's fiery core so she can burn it up and let it go. And taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, slowly opening your eyes. Look around to see something that maybe you've never seen before, or something that you haven't looked at in a while. Present to our surroundings and what we have. And thank you all so much. And
Thank you, Jahan. That was so beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Bowls, for coming and blessing us and activating our energy centers. And I love that you actually went from top to bottom. And, there's a lot of unsteadiness, out there in the world that we're experiencing. And that usually is the first chakra. The first chakra is security and foundation and fears around monies and things like that. So I love that you brought the spiritual into the material. Yeah, really beautiful.
get grounded. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Yay. So in a moment, we'll bring you back with Rachel as well, and we'll pick an Embody Oracle card deck. And just wanted to speak out to you women out there, you feminine divines that you're feeling called. You're feeling called to step up into your healing leadership, your teaching and your facilitating and taking it to the next level. Maybe you've already started and you just haven't been able to, penetrate out there as much as you've seen the vision for yourself leading with magnetic presence and courageousness and confidence, and really rocking it that way. So come and join us this weekend for our Embody live stream, global live Embody global live stream. Yeah, it's April 4th and 5th. It's this weekend, and we're going to do from 12 to 3 Pacific Coast time both days. So you'll still have your full weekend minus those. Well, I want to say actually those are going to be like your bonus hours, for you to come home truly to your highest self. And I promise you a shift for yourself. And there's a bunch of stuff. If you go to the link here, we'll put the link here for you in the comments. And yeah, so you can go and look at the description. I don't want to get into it too much here, but Doe, thanks for sharing that you're enjoying the upliftment. And hello, Tina. Hi, and Sandy. Sandy says, I love the feel of the crystal bowls during meditation, right? So powerful. Awesome. All right. Well, let's bring on our sisters. Come on back, sisters. Yay. Yeah, sit in the middle. That's perfect. Perfect. Yay. So these sisters both know last year was the birth of our Embody Oracle card deck. And now she is out. It is full of just incredible. I just want to show you just some of the artwork here. These feminine divines of all sorts of shapes and sizes and colors. We've got from another realm. These are divine muses from another realm, like this purple beauty here. And yeah. Anyway, we're going to pick a card together and woo! Almost lost the whole deck. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to knock on the cards, clear their energy. And let's breathe together for a moment. Everybody as a collective, let's breathe together for a moment. Come into highest alignment. And Jahan, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, awesome. And let's go. Rachel, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Ooh, okay. What do we got here? Ooh, boundaries. Look at her. Yeah. So cool. It's so funny, actually. We just picked boundaries last week, too. It's interesting. The same cards keep coming up. So let's see what the message is that we hear today. This is card number 43. There's 44 cards and messages. And I wrote all the messages and the embodied invitations that are in this book. Okay, so boundaries. Practice the art of saying no. Dear one, it's okay to crack your heart open and let people in. It's also perfectly fine to be empathetic from afar. Obviously, all of us are empathetic from afar right now. So, have you been nourishing others with your energy more than yourself? As adults, you can care for someone else, but you don't need to take care of them. Unless, of course, they're sick or truly need your assistance. As you gain wisdom, part of your journey is about learning how to say no, how to be discerning with where you want to invest your time and your energy, and how to step away without guilt or shame. Certain behaviors, relationships, and patterns that once worked for you that once worked for you won't take you where you need to go. What worked to get you here? Well, it won't work to get you there. Reflect on any areas. This is a perfect message for this moment, right? Like what worked before to get you here will not work to get you really to your vision. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Well, it won't work to get you there. Yes. Reflect on any areas of your life where it's time to say no to something that you're not feeling a full yes to. Begin getting comfortable, graciously declining things that do not feel right for you. You can simply say, like going to the grocery store. No, just kidding. Like the declining things that do not feel right for you. You can simply say, I'm a no, thank you, I'm not available, or I'm choosing to prioritize other things. And so the Embody invitation is actually a heart and breast massage. I won't get into that right here, right now. But some of you women out there who are being called to be a part of a community, come and join us in our Embody Sisterhood. We are actually all here in that group. And this week particularly, we've been sharing. We've had a video challenge, the hashtag Embody Freedom. It's a video challenge, and we each one of these sisters here and myself have been sharing. And in fact, speaking of boundaries, just last night, I shared a meditation on how to call back your energy. Because here's the thing, we're all empaths. You know, those of you that are drawn to this pathway and land here are most likely you're an empath. So you take on energy, but it's not our job to take it on. So you can go, ask to join that group. It's a private group if you feel called to. And it's for women only. So everybody take a deep breath in right now. What is that inner calling right now? What are you saying yes to? And what are you no longer in alignment with? What has been in your way in the past, like the guilt or the shame that you couldn't say no, or you felt you couldn't say no? Well, right now is the time you get to choose where you're putting your energy into, how you're investing in yourself. Got it? So that's the invitation for you. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you, both of you, Rachel and Jehan. And Rachel will share another song with us. Yeah?
Yes.
You got something for us?
I do. Also, Jehan, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And Emma, I love those cards. They're incredible.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Thank you both for your commitment to bringing out light and love in all the different ways that you both do, because you're both very talented and gifted in the healing arts and the musical arts. And that was really juicy, both of you. Jehan, I love the sound bowls and I love the meditation that you created with it. It's powerful. And so, yeah, you're getting some praise here. The women are loving it. Thank you for being with us live. Those of you who are here, thank you for watching whenever you're watching and receiving this for yourself, and not just watching, but actually experiencing. So let's go and let's get Rachel ready to share another song.
Yes.
And that's going to take us out for the day. Awesome.
Hooray.
All right. Blessings, everybody. Blasting you off. Mwah.
Okay, guys. So this is one that I started working on a couple weeks ago, and I'm new to the piano. I just taught myself a few things, and this song came through in full yesterday. So it's a little edgy for me, but we're gonna do it. Enjoy. And thank you all so much for being here and for listening, and so much love from me to all of you. There is a light, not very bright right now. Flickers inside, but it's gonna ignite somehow. I've seen it through the haze, I've seen it through the hellfire, baby. Trust in the guide, unknowing from deep within. Swallow my pride as the axis begins to spin. We're growing through the pain, the blowing of the winds are changing. Oh, the great turning has come.
So hold on and let go. Where we're heading can't be known. So hold on and let go. This is the time, the change we seek is near. Catalyzed, vision is crystal clear. We're dancing through the storm. We are the ones we have been waiting for. Oh, the great turning has come. So hold on and let go. Where we're heading can't be known. So hold on and let go. There is a light, brighter in every way. Flickers inside, but it's gonna ignite someday. I've seen it through the haze, I've seen it through the hellfire, baby. Thank you.